Planty people, welcome back to my cart. So I am over at Dollins and I haven't been here in a minute, at least a month, maybe 2 months. And I'm very excited to get in here and see what they have. I know they usually restock throughout the week and today is Friday, so I can't wait to see what kind of Hoyas they have because they always have bangin' Hoyas. So I can't wait to get in there and see what they have. That's cute. That's cute, all right. Yeah, if you haven't already, oh my goodness, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like button and leave me a comment down below. Try to guess and see what kind of Hoyas we might encounter while we're in there. Also, it's usually pretty loud in there, so I may or may not do a voiceover throughout the whole entire part, but we shall see. Guess what? It's voiceover time! I just knew that I would end up doing a voiceover because, like I said earlier, there is a fan and it gets to be really, really loud. Also, there ended up being like one person in the houseplant section, and it would have been really, really obvious that I was talking to the camera. And okay, so orchids. Really love orchids, especially Phalaenopsis and all sorts of other ones, bulbophyllums especially, but this was the first time that I'd ever seen orchids over at Dollins, and I have been to Dollins many a times, so I was pretty intrigued to see that they had some today. Also, some desert rose for $9.99, which I got my first desert rose from there, and it was really expensive. I'm kind of embarrassed to say how expensive, but it was definitely not $9.99, and whenever I saw that price there, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Sorry, excuse my fingers. Was trying to be sneaky and not be seen because I'm awkward. But they had some really cute little succulents. I have a few succulents laying around my house, like outside of my patio. Not a ton though. I thought that really red one was very interesting. Their larger size pots are $19.99. And over here we have some giant white bird of paradise. I think they ended up being like $80, but they are beautiful. And this is my favorite section, the houseplant section. And right over here they have their little fairy plants, which are like the tiny plants that you can get. They're super duper cheap. And some strawberry begonia, variegated. I love that they have these really tiny pots for super cheap. Also, funny story about those little carnivorous plants. I, off camera, opened one up and decided to, look in there and have a sneak peek to see how healthy they were, and a freaking mosquito flew out and started chasing me the rest of the time that I was there, so big regret was letting that mosquito out. They also had some really pretty lipstick plants in there, and some Adansonii. I almost said variegated Adansonii, but those are just green. That's the wide form, and they also have some really large baskets of the narrow form right behind me. Some Hederaceum, some burl marks for $19.99. All their plants look super healthy. They take really good care of their plants. Some Brazil for $8.99. Yeah, I just love how well they take care of their plants. And some really beautiful pothos. I'm in the market for like a really big, large golden pothos, like for under $20 though. That's the kicker. And here's the narrow form that I was talking about earlier. They still have a limit on all their philodendron for like 5, especially way back whenever the plant boom happened. I think a lot of people were buying a lot, like a large quantity, and they were selling them, so they had to kind of put a stop to that. And they have some really pretty autumn ferns. I had a little one of these and it died, unfortunately. Over here they have some Tradescantia, some Dischidia, money tree, more fern. I don't know. I was supposed to say I don't know what fern that is, but it said like silver something. Silver fern. And here's where you see the $80 price tag for the white bird of paradise, which for that size and pot size, I think that is very justifiable. They always have tons of ivy varieties, variegated, and just the plain green form. Now this was a first time find for me at Dollins, which was the string of pearls. They're $24, which for me, it was a little high. Also, they had some of these Peperomia prostrata, aka string of turtles, and I've never seen string of turtles, string of hearts, string of pearls. Like, they had all the things that I've never seen them carry before, and I was so tickled to see them for $10, those little tiny pots. And here's my favorite section that they have, which is their Hoya section. Now, take into consideration that these Hoya used to be really incredibly cheap like a year ago, and so now I'm just really picky whenever I purchase one from Dollins, just because I don't know, I just like think in the back of my head, I used to pay $8 for these, but now they're $30, so I don't know. There's a little baby leaf on that carry-eye, and yeah, they usually carry some really interesting ones. Here's some incrusata. I think they have a couple of incrusatas here. The whole like $8 mindset of like what they used to be in mind, whenever I'm purchasing like Hoyas from Dollins, I have to have the mindset of what I have originally paid $30 for this Hoya. Like, if I didn't realize that they used to be $8. That's usually the mindset that I have to have whenever I'm purchasing from here. And not gonna lie, guys, I haven't bought one from here in quite some time, so, but I haven't really been expanding my Hoya collection that much recently either. I have a lot of Hoya, and like a lot of Hoya that people don't really talk about sometimes, but I've really been focusing on Anthurium and Philodendron, just because Anthurium are just like my favorite plant at the moment. I just think they're so cool and velvety. I think this guy is really cute too. Rubida, I think I like those leaves. And there's my little baby down there. Spoiler alert. Some Peperomia Ginny, some heart carry-eyes with the variegated on the outside. Some peace lilies along with some breakdance begonia. I really love this begonia. I currently have one and I bought it from Dollins. It wasn't doing very great whenever I brought it home. Like, after I'd had it for like a week or so, it was like in a little bit of shock because it was in this beautiful greenhouse and it was getting some great humidity, and then it brought it in my house and he kind of got really sad, but now he's doing great. Here is a Dischidia. I can't think of the name off the top of my head. And there's another one that I don't know the name off the top of my head, so don't come for me. But I like this one. It looks kind of sunstressy. But I'm not just like the biggest Dischidia fan either, though. I thought that I think this is an ivy or waffle plant. I thought that he was really neat. And their fiddle leaf figs look so gorgeous, so healthy. Like, they just take such good care of their plants. I'm so proud of them. I love going here and shopping. And you better believe I looked through all their Monstera to see if I could find any sport variegated Monstera. I am still on the hunt, guys, because I keep finding like Monstera that look like they're gonna be really good in sport variegated, and then like the next sleeve comes out and it's just plain green, which is fine, but you know, better luck next time. Yeah, I think I bought two recently that look like they were pretty promising, but nothing yet. There's some Alocasia Polly. I've never had one of these, but I've heard some bad things, like Spider Mite Heaven, some red Maranta. Now, I was really considering getting one of these. If this would have been $5, I would have like snatched it right up, but it was $12. And I don't know, I've really been thinking about this specific plant, and I should have just went ahead and grabbed it because it's been on my mind that much. I might as well just get it because obviously I want it and I really like it, and it's not just like an impulse buy, you know. They had some Taniki rubber plant, really liked those. Some Calathea flame star, so gorgeous. Some Sansevieria. You can tell that I'm not interested in the Sansevieria because I didn't even show you guys the price tag. Shame on me. Not bashing anybody who is into Sansevieria. They're cool plants, they're just not my vibe. Giant peace lilies, some more rubber trees, and some more Deliciosa. I didn't really take a lot of time looking at these guys because they've been pretty picked over, and I'm pretty sure that if there was any variegated ones, they would have been got. Okay guys, so we're back at home. I wanted to show you guys what I ended up picking up. It was funny because I ended up picking up a plant that I didn't even see whenever I was touring. So I ended up getting this little Peperomia incana, which is incredibly funny because I just sent somebody a Peperomia incana, like expecting that I would never find one again. Found one! Yay! So yay, I'm just glad that I ended up like looking really closely at the end, and then I found this cute little guy, and he was $7.99. And Mother's Day is coming up. So if you guys didn't know this about me, I actually grew up on a farm. It was a goat farm. We've also had like chickens, cows, pigs. We've had like the whole 9 yards, like throughout my entire life. We even had like turkeys, quail. We had a ton of things. So I picked up this little tiny little sheep pot for my mom because Mother's Day is coming up, and it was $5.99. But it was so cute. I know it's teeny tiny, but I just know for a fact that she'll love and appreciate it. Even though it's not a goat, she likes like all farm animals. And because you can never have too much moss, I picked up some more Sphagnum Moss because this is my favorite one. I get it usually at like Home Depot or Lowe's, and I think it's like $2 cheaper whenever I get it there. But you know, if it's just a few extra bucks, I would love to like support a local planty place when and if possible. But yeah, I'm actually really quite proud of myself for only buying one plant and making sure that it was something that I really wanted, and that it was a really good price, because there was a time where I would just go in there and just buy like 4 or 5 things just because I had seen it before and I wanted it. I wanted to give it a try. There was a few things that I thought about buying, but they didn't spark joy. Not like the Peperomia incana did. But anyway, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, all the things. Bye guys.